we're going to see a demonstration of the multiple oppositions approach in treatment of a child with a severe phonological disorder. Before the session started, the clinician gathered a complete phonological inventory, including a systematic phonological analysis of child's speech, SPAC, in order to identify the phoneme collapse produced by the child. This information was then used in order to select up to 4 target phonemes that are maximally distinct but still present within the phoneme collapse. For this child, the targets selected were phonemes initial B and ya and final emission. In this video, the clinician will demonstrate the stages of multiple opposition focusing on the initial B phoneme and the selected contrast of F and SP blend. The intervention process begins with phase 1, which is familiarization. The clinician teaches and familiarizes the client with the chosen contrast and the stimuli that will be used throughout the treatment. The last step within this phase involves the production of the contrasts by the client. The child can imitate the clinician who produces each contrast with meta-phonological cues, metaphors, or gestures.
Okay, we're going to talk about some sounds. Our first sound is B, which is a noisy lip popper, B. Our next sound is a lip cooler, and this sound is F. That's a lip cooler. Our last sound is a blend of 2 different sounds. It starts with our skinny air, S, and is combined with our quiet lip popper, which is P. So we put them together and we get SP. We have some words that start with our sounds now too. So this is bat. This is fat. And this is spat. We also have some more pictures to go with our other set of words. So this is bead. And we have feed and speed. So let's work on saying some of these words. Bat begins with our noisy lip popper. Can you say bat?
Bat.
This is different than fat, which begins with our lip cooler. Can you say fat?
Fat.
Very good. And then we have spat, which begins with our skinny air and quiet lip popper. Can you say spat?
Spat.
Say them again after I do one more time. Bat,
Bat.
fat,
Fat.
spat.
Spat.
The intervention process continues with phase 2, which is aimed towards helping the child learn the articulatory requirements and phonological rules for the targeted phonemic contrasts. This phase can be completed through a variety of different techniques, including interactive play and drill practice.
Okay, let's do our next set. Bead begins with our noisy lip popper. Can you say bead?
Bead.
This is different than feed, which begins with our lip cooler. Can you say feed?
Feed.
And then we have speed, which begins with our skinny air and our quiet lip popper. Can you say speed?
Speed.
Let's say them again one more time. Bead,
Bead.
feed.
Deed.
Let's use our lip cooler on that one. Feed.
Feed.
That was good. And then speed.
Speed.
So let's play with some of these animals. What animals do you see?
I see a pig and an alligator.
And how about this?
A fish.
Yeah, and do you see his fin?
His din.
His fin.
Fin.
Very good. We have his fin and watch him spin. Can you say spin?
Spin.
Very good. And look, a bead.
Bead.
Maybe we should feed a bead. Can you say feed?
Feed.
Very good. I'm gonna feed this bead to the alligator.
I'm going to feed my deed to the pig.
Oh, good feed. Can we say bead with our noisy lip popper?
Bead.
Good job.
The intervention process concludes with phase 3, which is aimed towards the child spontaneously producing targeted phonemes in conversation, as well as the generalization of rules to untreated phonemes. Once the child has met the training criterion, as well as the generalization criterion, intervention for the target discontinues.
Look at my animal. He runs fast. He runs with speed.
My horse wants to eat a bead.
Yeah, maybe we should feed a bead to the zebra too.
I want to feed a bead to the zebra.
Oh, thank you. Look at these animals. They are so fast. Which of your animals runs with speed?
My pig runs with speed.
Within Phase 3, if the child is able to meet the training criterion, yet continues to struggle with meeting the generalization criterion, a fourth phase may be implemented as necessary. Within Stage 4, the clinician uses conversational recasts and naturalistic play activities to allow the child to learn self-correction. This phase continues until the child has met the generalization criterion.